Here we are on part 3 on running a home managed opportunity for business. We're talking about air purification. So that's what our air purification technology does. And you could spend the rest of your life with this company focused entirely on marketing the air purification systems, and you can make a significant income for yourself by doing that. But we have more than just the filterless air purification systems, and yes, we've got different types. We have types that you can wear around your neck. Let me show you. I told you this was impromptu. Well, here's one you wear around your neck, and it's called the Fresh Air Buddy. Now I'm going to turn this on and see if we could see that pulsating light. I'm going to put this as close as I can. Maybe the battery's dead. Ah, you see that little light in there? You can see a little bit of that blue light, and there it is. There's that pulse. You see that pulse? That's actually what the sun does. It's creating an ultraviolet light, electronically speaking, and it's activating the oxygen within 3 feet of wearing this. It's adding another molecule of oxygen. So the properties of the oxygen is changed from what we say is O2 to O3. And what O3 does, isn't that amazing? Look at that pulse. Electronically reproduced sunshine. This is the genius of our technology. You find this in our HVAC, heating, ventilating, and air conditioning systems. You find this in our standalone units, and you find this in the smallest version that we wear on our neck. This is used in a train, the R train or the N train. You're concerned about people breathing on you. You don't have to worry. This is what's called an exclusion zone. Within 3 feet, I am protected from germs, viruses, and bacteria from other people or what's in the air. I'm protected from odors as well as dust. This is an amazing unit. See, what's the cost of this thing? I'll go on my Vollara website and you'll see. Just look up the Fresh Air Buddy, and you'll see the prices. We also have these systems for commercial, residential homes and industrial applications, as small as the need may be or as large as the need may be. We have a smaller unit that plugs into the wall. It can be used for a very small space. It's called the Focus, Fresh Air Focus. That's used, let's say, for a cat box, and you just want to clean the smells away from the cat area. You want to keep your pet. You hate the odors, but you want to keep your pet. Well, you just put this Fresh Air Focus in the wall right next to the pet. And no, it's not dangerous for the pet. There's no pets that have ever passed away or died because of our technology. It's perfectly safe and breathable. I mean, I'm still alive. I've had this unit running in my home for the last 5 years, and no problem with me. So don't be concerned about that. Again, the process is equal to the sun and lightning. No pets have ever died outside, so you're not going to have any pets dying inside. So there's your answer to that question. So we've got the air purification technology. We have world-class water purification. Now, what about water purification? People, here's the thing. If people are not willing to spend the money, they're not going to get world-class results and world-class products. You got to be willing to spend the bucks to get quality. If people will buy HEPA filtration, they'll buy not HEPA. They'll buy for water purification Brita, which is like $49, let's say, at Costco, and thinking that's going to do the job of water purification. It's not. There are 3 types of contamination in water, particularly our tap water, which is microbiological contamination, cryptosporidium and paramecium floating in the water, bad smells, bad taste, and bad odors, and also the sediment problem. Now what a filter will do for Brita is just take care of some of the sediment problem, but it's not going to kill the microbiological contamination. It's not going to get rid of the bad taste or odors. There was an article, there was news reports recently, which is still a part of the mainstay of truth for water, that there are trace elements of pharmaceutical drugs in all the water supplies of just about every state. So what can you do? And then they found traces of feces and urine. I don't want to be gross, but it's the truth. Trace elements, but they're nonetheless there. Human growth hormone, antidepressants in our drinking water, anti-pregnancy drugs, trace elements of anti-pregnancy drugs in our drinking water. Now, can you imagine pregnant women? How important is it to have a world-class, top-of-the-line water purification system in our tap water? You tell me. I don't have to go any further than that. But you're not going to get that with filters. If you will take the time to look at myvollara.com/Glenn Riebenstorff, go to the water purification technologies we've got and take a look at these. And they are expensive, more so than anyone's, or just about, but they're also less expensive than other types of water purification that are out there, and they still do the same and better job. We not only purify the water, but we balance the pH, and we have fresh alkaline water, which is key to our health. So if you're willing to spend money, and you're not afraid to spend money, purchase our water systems. Same thing goes with our air purification system. If you want to get a Datsun for a car, you get a Datsun. But if you want a Lamborghini or Maserati, you get top of the line. You have to spend more money. So you get my point in that. Okay, so now we've covered those venues. If you wanted to strictly focus on marketing the water purification system alone, you could do that and make a substantial living from that. Or you can have a combination of both, air and water purification. A third division of our company is the laundry division. And what I mean by that is that you could focus strictly on marketing the Laundry Pure. That system, let's say for if you're a plumber and you have many residential clients, well, you marketing this Laundry Pure to the residential homes that you service, it could, you're not only going to help a lot of people, but you can market this all over your state, or all over your city, and all over the country if you chose to, and make a substantial living as well from that venue. That's the Laundry Pure. We also have world-class nutritional products. Now, when I say world-class, I mean the top of the line. I'm talking about the finest of the best, the Cat's Meow, the NSF certified, the Major League Baseball certified, these that are used by the New York Yankees, the Phoenix Suns, the Chicago Bulls, the Boston Red Sox, the Cleveland Cavaliers. You can't beat these. And I know, you've got people make all kinds of claims for vitamin supplementation, but the thing is that we've got the certification necessary and the test results that prove our point. And of course, with all these major sports teams, with the head coaches and trainers of all of these teams recommend our nutritional products, they know something about them that they recommend to their sports figures that they will not recommend with other types of nutrition companies. That says volumes about what we've got to offer nutritional products. People would like to know about a better way to take nutritional supplementation, a better way for weight loss products, muscle gaining products. Take a look at our nutritional products and do your due diligence and take a look at what we've got. I mean, I'm not kidding when I say we've got world-class nutritional products. You may choose to market the nutritional products in our company and stick strictly with that. And it'll take you a longer time to build an income, but you can do it, and it'll be worth your effort. You can also use the nutritional product as the back end. Let's say of a sale. Let's say you sold the Fresh Air Surround and a water purifier to one of your customers, and a little bit down the road you offer the nutritional products to them in an additional way to supply products to your already existing happy, satisfied customers. So you can see you're starting to get a better idea about how we can create income. Now, if that wasn't enough, we have a system that is actually approved and recommended by the United States government, or Department of Energy, the United States Department of Energy. We all know about high electric bills and the soaring rates for electricity, and it's not going to end. People are just sick and tired of spending money on electric bills to the degree that they are. And one approach people use is a solar panel. Now, a solar panel hooks to the roof, takes the power of the sun, and generates electricity that way. But the thing is, you could spend 30 grand, for example, on the solar panel, which is like half of a mortgage, and then by the time you save money, you know, what we call the return on investment. The return on investment is going to be years before you'll see any meaningful, significant return on investment from a solar panel. But what a solar panel also does is that it creates what we call line noise, and line noise damages equipment and lessens the life of TVs and computers and refrigeration compressors, for example, so that the guaranteed life of all of these, that the places we purchase them from, are lessened because of line noise. And then there's also the problem of what we call surges, spikes, harmonics, let's put it that way. That is in every single home, every single office, through the electrical lines, and basically damages equipment. Everybody's got it. You ever see pulsating lights? You know that's a surge. It could be a spike. Not many people are aware what those things are, but it also causes more of a higher bill. Now, we have what's called steady power, and what steady power does, it hooks up to a main panel box in the residential home, having to be installed by a licensed electrician. But what we guarantee is roughly 8 to 15% of a reduction on your electric bill month after month after month. In some cases, we've seen 25% reduction. Yeah, on electric bills, month after month after month. But not only that, it cuts down the surges and the spikes and the line noise up to 99% and above, and protects all of your expensive equipment, so that the guaranteed life and the warranty life is up to the company standards of anything that you've ever purchased. So what's it worth to you? Are you willing to spend money and throw it out the window and give it to Con Edison or whoever is your electrical energy service provider in any state and country you're in? Or are you willing to invest some money in order to save money for the rest of your life on something that's not going to cost you $30,000 like a solar panel would? See, what does this product cost? Check out my site. I believe it's like $599 if I remember. Take a look, is the point. What are you willing to spend in order to save money on electric bills? What are you willing to spend to have pure water in your home for you and your family, your children, for your health? What are you willing to spend to have clean air, you know, indoors? You know, the Environmental Protection Agency says indoor air pollution is the #1 health concern. So we've got these different types of products, and you know, if you're just looking maybe to become a customer, well, you take a look at my website, and you know, you can call my number. My cell phone is right there for you to call anytime, any questions. You can email me at pureairsolution, PUREAIRSOLUTION at AOL.com, and we can dialogue back and forth. But if you're looking to market any of these products, you can do so. We can teach you how to do that. I'm going to end this. We'll see you on part 4.